It's finale time on Cutting Stems. This season of Bachelor in Paradise has come to an end, and we are ready to talk about the breakups, the engagements, everything. But before we do that, guys, this is our last drink, our last night with our Owens watching Paradise. We got our drinks ready to go with our little cups. This is the sparkling margarita, folks. It is delicious. All you got to do is put your alcohol in your little cup. We got our coconuts and our pineapples. And you mix in the Owens mixer. And that's it. You have a perfect cocktail ready to go. These are, you get your margaritas. Cheers, everyone, to a great finale. Great season.
All right.
Yeah, I got to get everyone bad luck.
Got it.
Bad luck if you don't.
Oh, I can't even, my
my
straw. All right.
The straw.
It's not reaching the bottom. Well,
You got, there you go. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's nice. There you go.
That is nice.
thank you. There we go.
It tastes good by itself also, separately.
No, it really does.
Always like sipping it out of
It
the
really
can,
does.
being like, ooh.
The sparkling margarita mix is so delicious. You can get it on Amazon, amazon.com/Owens Mixers, and it'll get sent right to your door. And you can keep drinking for however long you want. It's just,
Up to you, right?
Forever.
Free country.
Going in. I know that this season's
Go crazy.
over, but the Bachelorette is in. I literally spilled all. The Bachelorette is in 2 weeks, so stock up for that. You can get ready with your Owens Mixers. Amazon.com/Owens Mixers. Finale time. This was it. 3 hours once again of love and breakups, but mostly love. I will say, as far as high drama goes, it was just mostly about the love tonight, folks.
I do want to say that they got to figure out the 3-hour thing. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like they could spread it out a little bit more. We don't need the 2 final weeks don't need to be 3 hours, especially with what you're saying, where there was not that much to it. Like, the couples that we thought were going to be couples are couples, and the ones who aren't. And there wasn't a ton to it. 3 hours seems a little bit much.
Yeah, I feel like we didn't need the fantasy suite aspect of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a little glimpse of it, but like I think the whole middle just dragged on when it was like, all right, let's just get to the engagements.
It was just a lot of fantasy suite time. Like I don't mind a fantasy suite because of course we did get our usual birds and the bees, like close up in the morning. Love all that every single time. But I just feel like we don't necessarily need all that time being spent on it in Paradise. I like it better on Bachelor or Bachelorette. Paradise is, we know that everybody's lying around. They already have the boom boom room. What do we need the fantasy suite for, really?
I couldn't agree more with that. There is a boom boom room. The fantasy suite, I thought it was supposed to be all about like, oh, I know that there's no cameras, but it's also the sex part of it.
Right.
They've pivoted for it to be like, this is where they're going to talk about things, like what's it going to be like once we leave here with no cameras. It's not about the sex anymore.
They've been calling it like overnights also. They've been saying fantasy suite, but also overnights.
Yeah.
So it feels like
they changed
they're trying to
meaning
rebrand a little bit.
They are trying to rebrand.
It is something that is necessary, though. Like, you got it. These people need at least one night with the cameras off to be able to decide if they want to get engaged or not.
I want to see it all. I disagree. I want to see it all.
Fair, as a viewer, fair.
Yeah.
But for the sake of these people, I understand it. We're going to do this by the couples because, we all just watched it. It was 3 hours. We don't want to go too long. We can get through couple by couple, and I feel like that'll be the easiest way to do this. Special shout out to Wells for closing out the season.
So great.
He did a great job.
For Wells.
Also, probably a goodbye to his bartending career. I think if they do shift him to host role, I think they're going to bring in a new bartender. So great job doing that. I can't wait for him to host.
He should be the host.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that he nailed it because he has a little bit of a serious side. Like when he cancels the cocktail party, he's like, gotta let you guys know I'm canceling the cocktail party. But then he also has the fun side where we see at prom, he's like pouring the liquor into the punch. So he has it all, and I think he should just take over Paradise, and then we'll figure out the other shows.
Definitely.
We'll figure it out. Yeah, who knows?
But Paradise is Wells.
It
belongs to Wells.
Absolutely. Nicole, who's Nicole? No one.
No one.
No one.
No Nicole.
Tasha and Chelsea were sent home before that, during that rose ceremony, before we got to this last day, because here it is, we're like down to the end. Dean and Kaylin were like the successful couple advisors. It was interesting.
They showed
Paradise
up in
ambassadors.
they showed up in their linen outfits, and they just kind of, just peace and love, far out. Here we are.
Well,
that was just their vibe.
kind of
the whole
reading off
time.
a prompter. It was
For
very,
sure,
like,
without question.
you guys have
reading off a
made it
prompter.
to the end. Congratulations. And they
It was like a video game.
It was.
100%.
It was.
It was a little weird.
Yeah, it was.
Dean has always very much spoken about like going on Paradise and it kind of being like a job. You're getting paid for this. And it's like, oh, okay, it makes sense. Maybe they got the call. It's like, oh, well, we can make a little money here, pop down. He did say on his podcast that the producers tried to get him to propose to Kaylin on the end of this season.
That's beyond. Which I can't comprehend that even.
Credit to the producers. Slightest. They're always thinking someone had to be like, you know what, we got to at least ask.
Right. Yeah. They're like, they're pitching it to him. They're like, we'll bring you down. You can stay here. Maybe you guys propose. I don't know. Maybe an engagement.
The worst they say is no.
Exactly. That's what they're saying. Exactly. Right. The worst thing they're like, no. But they came down. They had this special role. But it really came to like, you're gonna leave. Or you're going to stay for another night, fantasy suites, and then engagements the next day. So we go through all these couples. But first of all, let's talk about Noah and Abigail first, and then we'll get through all the rest. Noah and Abigail broke up at the beginning of this episode.
Broke up. A sad breakup, I would say.
It was sad, but it was also at the same time not as sad because I feel like we all kind of knew that they were still hanging out and seeing each other. So it was like, oh, this is sad, and I feel bad for them, but also it does seem like they worked it out off camera.
A little bit, yeah. I think that Noah, or Abigail said something about Noah that was like, I think he's just kind of afraid and he is using this as an excuse and doesn't really like want to get involved with it because it is weird, or it was strange of him to be like, I'm falling in love with you, and then be like, just kidding, we're breaking up the next day. Like that was that seemed panicky to me, especially when she didn't say it. Maybe she needed literally one more day to say it. She said she was going to say it at prom. She was like, I think tonight I'm going to tell him, I'll like answer him after last night. And I think if he just waited like 20 more minutes, we could have avoided this entire thing.
It was telling that she admitted to him that she was going to say it that night, and it didn't change him at all.
You're right.
Like if she had said that and he'd been like, oh, the light bulb goes on and now we're going to get back together, he was still like, no, I don't think this is going to work.
Yeah.
I think it was the moment. I think it was like, it was a panic of like, oh shit, I've got to propose in 2 days. Like, no way. Like we got to get out of here.
Yeah.
But we know from what was said at the end of the episode that they have been seeing each other. We know from social media here or there, they're not like outrightly posting together, but they've been spotted together. You can hear Abigail's voice in the back of that video where Noah's talking about, all the Claire and Dale stuff and spooky season, and you can hear Abigail laughing. So it does seem like they are dating. Lovely.
It does seem that way.
Lovely.
Speaking of, I feel like, do we talk about the Claire and Dale, Abigail strange triangle? Like, I don't know if we want to get too deep on that, but Abigail laughing about that when she's like tagged in a weird video, that was a strange thing.
To me, this feels like it was so long ago for Abigail, right? Because if this did happen, that hookup I think was beginning of the year, like
Must have.
January, February. So that's a long time ago. That was pre-Paradise, pre-meeting Noah, pre-doing all this stuff. So if I was Abigail, you kind of just...
We've lived 10 lifetimes since.
Yeah, it's like...
Did you I missed something.
I don't
know what's happening.
Claire, you don't know what happened?
No.
Claire is like accusing, low-key, Abigail and Dale of like hooking up.
Oh.
So Claire posted a picture on Instagram holding her mother's hand in the caption.
I did see that,
saw that. Originally, she had tagged Abigail on the post.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Holy
And this all stemmed from...
I love your finding out.
Yeah, this is live reaction.
Crazy, yeah.
This all stemmed from a Dumas post saying that, Dale had hooked up with someone who's on this season of Bachelor in Paradise during like maybe a potential break between Claire and Dale this is something that maybe Claire was finding out recently, and Dale put out this statement this week that he was just in Sacramento and then he went to LA and he was planning on going back to Sacramento to be with her and her family, and she blocked him on phone number, and the next thing he saw was her posting that Instagram.
Wow, that's a lot of information that I didn't know.
Yes.
It's a lot of shit, but that's Claire. That's Claire. I feel like
that's
we know that that is, that's all you need to say. That 100%. Is the Claire experience.
It is.
Claire and Dale, I never thought it was going to work. I was surprised. I was not surprised when they broke up the first time. I was very surprised when they got back together. Yeah. Them breaking up again felt very inevitable.
Yeah.
Very inevitable.
Yep.
It's about time.
Okay, let's talk about these couples. Everybody's got to get serious. Do or die time. Let's talk about Becca and Thomas first, or second. We already talked about Noah and Abigail, but Becca and Thomas, they take their little walk to the daybed. Thomas really seems like he wants to stay. He wants to keep this going since he's, falling in love with her. And Becca's out. she's just like, I think it's better if we leave. Don't do this. She had felt like he was missing some realness, is what she said. Like she hasn't seen a different side of him. And for that reason, she was like, I think we should just end it here. And then we got tears.
Yes, if she's looking for realness, if she's looking for realness, was that the realness that she was looking for?
Very convenient that he decided to turn those on after she said that she needed to see him a more real side of him.
I didn't see a single tear roll down his cheeks.
Not a bit of moisture.
Not even redness. Not even redness.
Nothing.
Nose, nothing. He was just, Becca,
I swear.
I just don't. He didn't even do that. Like there wasn't even
nothing, dude.
Like it was the worst case of fake tears that I have ever seen in my life.
I really love how passionate you both are about it, because I just was too busy laughing the entire time to really notice what was, like, if they were real tears, if they were fake tears. I was just like, why am I so uncomfortable with Thomas right now? And I think it's probably because like I feel like, I don't know, I'm just generalizing, but like when you don't cry, do you? But
I cry sometimes.
You cry, but it's like a
sensitive.
I got once we get to Joe and Serena, I definitely teared up. That was an emotional time.
That was extremely emotional.
Oh my God, that is emotional.
I'm not.
But you're not like
real men. Real men. Except for Thomas. Who looks like
But I feel like it's like a subtle, like you get a little choked up. It's like subtle tears. It's not like he's throwing a tantrum, like he's a little bratty 6-year-old.
Yes, that's exactly what it was like. And for such a guy who the entire time is like, I'm the biggest guy on the beach, to suddenly be like,
tall, remember?
Becca, why? Him running out and her running after him. Thomas, wait. And then him being like, no, stop. Let me go. Let me go. What the fuck were we watching?
Let me go.
I am mad again all over the place. I cannot believe that they allowed him to act like that in public. Like, he has to be mortified watching that back. He has to be. Because he probably thought like, oh wow, I'm being dramatic, I'm being vulnerable, I'm showing myself, Becca's gonna regret this. No, she's not. Look at that. She should break up with him now, right now.
I'll tell you what's even crazier. We got a believer on this panel, and it's Fran. Believe those tears.
It's crazy.
Come on.
Fran, it's crazy. It's crazy.
It was so uncomfortable to watch that I just felt like this is a man who does not know how to cry. Like, I just think, I think he does have that, I'm a man persona, tries to be that guy, that he literally got hit with a wave of emotions that he did not know how to handle, and it was incredibly uncomfortable to watch.
You know what? It's always the macho guys that look the worst when crying. It's always the most uncomfortable.
No tears, but the voice, I don't know.
The voice is what made it worse, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, like if he was just kind of choked up a little bit and had that same voice and like Noah. I think Noah did a perfect cry. And he did cry for real, so it seemed.
You saw his eyes get very teary.
And you saw him catching his throat, genuine, like not really laying it on so thick. This man put on like,
I don't know what to tell
blubbering water.
It felt so terribly awkward to me that I was like, I kind of feel like this guy is crying for the first time in his entire life.
And also, aside from Becca running down the beach, she was also like, no, she wasn't emotional whatsoever.
No.
And why was Thomas crying so much and Becca was not?
Right.
I think it took her by surprise so much. Like she had said, she was hoping to go get a tan, hang out, meet some people. Like, I don't think she thought, I'm going to paradise and getting engaged on TV for a third time. Yeah, like, there's no way
then don't show up.
That's what he was thinking.
That's fair.
Which is fine, but like, so to me, it made sense. Like, I don't think she was necessarily thinking about Thomas in that scenario. Was like, well, I'm not fucking getting engaged again. I'm like, this is it. I'm gonna go. So they left, but like, they're dating now.
Well, so she said, what did she say?
They're dating. It came on at the end. They're dating and they're in love.
She said that she was like, oh, that was the emotion that I've been looking for from Thomas. Like, where has that been this whole time? And then she's like, I certainly didn't get that much emotion from either of the other two guys I was engaged to. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Ari and Garrett on notice.
You brought up this good point. Oh, all of a sudden she's saying she needs to see a different side. Dude. So now all of a sudden it's coming out.
He's putting on a show.
I don't think it's a stretch to call Thomas a manipulator.
Yes.
I think he was that way during Katie's season. I think he was certainly doing it here with Becca.
I literally get turned on when trying to call Thomas a manipulator.
I mean, he is. I think there's a track record there where like he just sort of morphs into whatever people want him to be.
Yeah, that's true.
And as soon as Becca is like, I need more I need a human side of you. He gives us this Academy Award not winning performance.
No,
I just want
Right.
Becca to make the right choices.
He entered Sundance and didn't make it.
Yes.
Right. He
Yes,
was not
literally,
selected
yes.
as a nominee.
Exactly.
I would also say that I'm rooting for Becca as well.
Yeah.
I really want her. Yeah, I want her to find a person that she can date and fall in love with.
Someone normal for Becca.
Right.
Let's just get a normal, like.
I said that after
normal
Garrett,
who's
but
acting
here we are.
normal.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
might
but-
need to go
yeah,
outside of the
yeah,
world. She
yeah.
might need to go outside of the world.
I think that's true.
I would be surprised if she is ever on Paradise again. Obviously, she's dating Thomas right now, but
No,
like,
no,
but I think that's it for her.
There's definitely no chance. Then we have, where do I want to go? James and Anna. They break up after a day. Not shocking. We knew that was coming, right? Like
I
it's
feel
like
nothing.
these two were.
Yeah, that was-
like I
who
felt
gives a
bad for
fuck?
Anna because I think her emotions came from seeing other couples actually in love and being like, they fucked me by sending me in late, and like I could have had that, and I have this guy like dumping me after a day, whatever. And so I think it was more like crying about the moment, like like this could have been something, and
Right.
I was here for a day, and
She even
leaving
said, she
with
was
no
like,
one.
oh, I just wanted it so bad. And
Yeah,
I don't think
exactly.
that necessarily meant James.
Yeah.
I think just she wants a relationship, an engagement, someone to love her.
Yeah, and that led to James coming back to the guys saying, Aaron, we started this together. We should then leave together. You want to go back to San Diego?
Big facts, bro. Let's go.
Dude,
Bro.
bro.
Aaron couldn't have gotten up faster. He was like, I'm out of here. Tia, see you later. He said to her,
Aaron is just
I'm
all
leaving.
for the motherfucking boys.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
bro.
all he cares
Is
about.
for
That's
bro.
all he cares about. He's a guy's guy.
Unfortunately,
I
it
would
was, it
like
was
to
a
put
cute
a lot
moment.
of money on Aaron potentially having a Saturdays Are for the Boys flag.
Without
I think
question.
that's
Oh
probably
my
right.
God.
I think that's
He
probably
probably had it like day one. He's probably the first person to buy
Had to
Saturdays
have
for the
had-
boys
had
flag.
to.
Like,
This is the
he's got
most
the
genius
tank.
thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, he's got the-
guys,
yeah.
Saturdays
Yes.
are for the boys.
Literally.
And he like actually wouldn't let any girls come to the party.
Yeah,
He's
no,
like,
no. He's like,
No,
nope.
they're for the
Hey.
Saturdays for the boys.
Hey,
Yeah.
He stops his friends.
What
in
are
the hallway. What are
Saturdays
Saturdays for? Yeah, what are Saturdays for? Yo, bro.
Oh, you're hanging out with your fucking
Yo,
girlfriend?
Fridays are for the fucking
You're hanging out
girls.
with your
Saturdays are for the
girlfriend?
boys.
What, are you gay?
Yeah,
unfortunately,
that's him. That's him.
unfortunately, that was a cute moment between James and Aaron. I didn't want it to be, but it
was.
was. Like I don't
Let me
like
tell you
Aaron.
something.
It was
Out of
funny.
the couples that got engaged for like true love, number 4 right now is Aaron and James.
Yeah,
like out of all the
Yeah.
people that were on Paradise of having an actual genuine
Yes.
bond, it's these two. And now it makes a lot of sense when they did that Men Tell All, and we were like, why are these two up each other's ass like
Yeah.
this whole time?
True.
It was
But
bizarre.
it was like, okay, they finished filming Paradise. This is what happened, and here these two are. They leave together. Tia, I think, very much could laugh at it. Like, she was like, of course, this is how it ends. Like, she's
Yeah.
like, I hate you.
She
like,
should have left with the both of
she
them.
was just joking. I mean, she did.
Yeah, but
But
like, I
she's
was like,
not
you know
going
what,
back
guys?
to San Diego.
Yeah, like, let's all
Let's all be at the
let's
wrap-up.
all go.
Just like,
Yeah, let's all go.
I'm coming to San Diego.
Yeah.
I did think
Yeah.
that was silly. I liked that how that all went down. I think that Aaron going up to her and be like, "Hey, listen, like we had a good time, like, but I gotta leave with James, so I'll get your number, blah blah blah," and him kind of running away and her being like, "I fucking hate him," and like going away.
That was funny.
That was funny. That was good. Good moment. by Aaron.
Ed
The only one.
and McKenna also split ways. Another
Boy.
one that wasn't shocking.
Don't shrug it, Ed.
Poor
Come
Ed,
on.
man,
We got,
like-
this is our guy.
McKenna very clearly was like, this isn't.
Come on.
This isn't going to be anything.
Yeah.
And Ed saying like, I feel a spark, and they do him so dirty. They play like this goofy boy music where it's like do 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 like behind Ed, where he's like, no, I feel a spark. Like
They really do.
And then she's like, no, I really like see this going nowhere. And he's like, no, but we're still gonna like make plans to hang out after this, right? She's like, no, we're not.
We're not hanging out ever at all.
We're literally never gonna see each other probably ever again.
tough for Ed.
It's one of these
For Ed.
days it's going to work out for Ed. I know it. I will not lose faith. Every time he's on this show, I will root for Ed, and I hope he finds love.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope so. too.
Okay. Let's talk about some true love.
Let's make some love.
Let's talk about
Yes.
some true goddamn love. All right, Kenny and Mari, their conversation pre-engagement fantasy suites all basically surround her age, right? That's what his biggest concern is that Mari's going to miss out on these 20s, 30s dating party year.
20s and 30s specifically made me laugh so hard. I made a mental note to remember that he said this.
Yeah.
Because he was like, I just don't want her to feel like she's missing out on dating in her 20s and 30s. And I was like, Kenny's 40. Usually people say dating in your 20s.
Right,
He's
go crazy.
20s or 30s. He's like, I'm missing out on my 40s.
Yeah, he's freaking out.
He's like, I really don't want Mari to miss out on those 20 prime years.
Yeah. Seriously. He said, what did he say to her? He said, when they had the discussion, he's like, if you're ready for this moment in time, there's so much life that you haven't lived and I've already lived it.
Yeah.
And I was like, that does make sense though. He's fucking 40 years
Valid
old. Like,
concern.
Very mature.
Almost
Like
twice
it
her
was
age.
a very legitimate conversation that needed to be had because he for sure needed to think that. But it is funny though, because I almost think, going back to the real world, Mari might need to worry about Kenny still going out and partying.
Totally fair.
Honestly.
The way he's talking about never being in love, none of his friends or family would ever expect this from him, to be like getting engaged and getting married. It's like, okay, so is everyone going to be shocked that you're going to go back to Chicago and not be doing what you used
Right,
to?
his life is going to change far more than Mari's is going to change.
Right, for sure. It does seem like she was like, no, I know I am 25, but I'm ready for this. I have the friends who go out. I don't really care for that anymore. This is what I want. Their fantasy suite goes very well. He says he's madly in love with her. He's never said I love you to anybody before.
Not once.
Not one person, which
I wonder if that's
crazy.
true.
Worries me a little.
I say I love you to everybody.
Yeah.
Almost too many people.
And he's
love too many people.
He's
like,
never,
I've
his family
literally never
doesn't
said
do
this
it.
to anybody. His family, they don't say they love each other.
They're mean to each other.
That's kind of crazy to me. I think that he's one of those people who just want to hang out with people that are younger than him and stay young. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
for sure.
You know what I mean? He wants to keep reliving that same time in his life, not necessarily in a bad way, but to never, not once you've said I love you to a single girl you've ever dated.
I really hope.
It's kind of sad.
The only concern I have for these two making it is him.
Certainly.
He has very clearly said, oh my God, I love her so much. I've never felt like this before. But it's like, oh, you've never felt like this before. He could panic at some point.
Right.
And they've had a lot of problems already on this show.
Right.
Yeah,
they went through a lot of
Which
cycles.
I actually think might be good.
I think it ends up working out because it's very much a honeymoon phase for everybody else where everything's perfect. They've at least had some issues, so it might work out for them.
Yeah. What did he say? He said that she changed the trajectory of his life.
Yeah.
That's quite the thing to say.
I'm rooting for them, but I don't think they're going to make it.
It was, well,
Nah.
Am I allowed to say that?
You are.
I mean,
you absolutely are. I would say of the three, I would feel of these three, I feel the same.
because they're at the bottom of the
Yeah.
other two for me.
Right,
I agree with that.
The other two I feel so strongly about
Yes.
that Kenny and Mari, that's why.
right. If you had to go
Totally
1, 2,
agree.
3.
They're
Yeah.
at the bottom.
For sure.
But the proposal was really nice. The whole down on one knee jokes about being old. And
Yeah, my old bones.
But they're,
Cute.
He needs to stop bringing up that he's 40.
yeah.
At some point, he has to stop bringing it up.
I'm assuming in real life that'll go that'll
How
go
can you
away.
not? The difference is so much.
Yeah.
I would never stop bringing it up. If my boyfriend was 40 and I was 25, I would be like, you're 40.
Every day.
Shut up, you're 40.
Yeah,
What's up, old
whatever,
man,
you're
every
40.
morning?
Yeah.
Every
What's up,
day
old guy?
I'm old. Every day.
Riley and Marissa, I think, just had an unbelievable episode. These two are really so in love, it seems.
They are.
He tried to, do a little fake out when it came to accepting the fantasy suite. But I just think they fit so perfectly. They just make so much sense for each other.
Yeah.
I don't even know where these two live. I know, we always talk about, Joe and Serena, hope they can make it work if she wants to go to Chicago. And for me, I'm like, Riley and Marissa, they're going to make it. They
Doesn't matter.
live across. I have no idea where they live.
matter. They will.
Riley's in New York, I'm pretty sure, but
I think so.
where does Marissa live? I don't know.
They're going to make it
She's
work.
gonna live wherever Riley lives. It doesn't matter. They're gonna get married and they're gonna have kids immediately. They are just.
They're moving in together ASAP.
They're so excited to start a family. Riley, that was part of his big speech. I'm excited to start a family. This is our situation. It starts now, and it seemed extremely genuine.
They're great.
I think that they're both sweating a lot, real hot on that beach. Had to bring that up, but I think that even her response to him getting on one knee of she knew it was going to happen, but she's still oh my God, it all felt so genuine and exciting, and it's sweet.
Absolutely. She wanted that man to propose so badly, and
How about his Sunday morning thing?
The Sunday morning line.
Maybe the most beautiful thing that's ever been said on this show.
I mean, if you're Marissa, I really don't think, like, not to get even more, like, I don't think she could have dreamed a guy, like, in her life that.
Never.
You have a guy in your face who's telling you he dreams often about Sunday morning waking up, you know, being woken up by his cute little daughter and taking her down to breakfast and giving her a cookie when, you know, she's supposed to have normal breakfast and then just eating breakfast as a family. The wife comes down and
I'm gonna cry my eyes out. It's
it's such a sweet.
He said
so sweet.
He said to her, "When I see you, I see Sunday morning."
Woo! That is good stuff.
That's just
good stuff,
straight out of a goddamn romantic comedy.
Nice.
I know.
Somebody can come up with those words.
It's just so sweet.
It really is. It's a beautiful
so
thing.
sweet. It's just so sweet. Like the boys on this like season of Paradise just really fucking hit with the romance.
They really know how to articulate their feelings.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Oh my God, these are men.
Yeah.
They are grown.
Sweet Riley.
Riley he's a man.
That is what Marissa, like, Marissa was like, this guy is a man.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a real man right there.
For real. What a moment.
Oh my God, I love it.
I'm already.
And now we're not ready to talk about the third couple. After
No, they're just.
I've already started crying. I'm not gonna be able to stop.
Another beautiful proposal from those two, and then of course we have Joe and Serena, and they also have their moment talking about going to fantasy suites. And so, I mean, Serena, I just want to, like, pick her up and put her in my pocket. She's so goddamn cute.
She's so fucking cute.
How
do you get that cute?
I don't know. She's so fucking
cute.
cute. And she turns to Joe and she's just like, Joe.
Yeah, hey, Joe.
I'm in love with you. And it was so cute. And he was like, oh, man, I was going to say that later.
I'm not going to make it with these two. I'm really not. Like, I love them as a couple. So much, I actually feel pain.
No, I'm crying.
You know, like when you love something so much, you feel pain.
It's just
that's how I feel.
Yes, and it seems very genuine.
So
like as genuine as it gets. Like when I watch.
So genuine. It really is. Sorry.
It's okay. No, it's okay.
It really is. It's like that moment of like, it's like, no, it's so genuine. That moment of like, oh, I was gonna say that later. I was like, they both love each other so much. It's just nice.
And
it's been a long time, I feel like, since people have really loved each other on this show.
I totally agree with that. And I was saying this before, where it's now on them to not break up. For all of us.
Yeah, it is.
And that's like not a fair thing to say because relationships, you know, they go whatever.
Not to put on the pressure, but
no pressure, but they can't break up.
Yeah,
you got
they really cannot.
You're together for
no
life.
pressure, but you literally have to spend the rest of your life.
Like imagine that news. Like no, I don't even want to think about it. No.
That hurts me more than
it's not in the
anything.
Let me tell you something. I am
great.
so glad that this show that you guys have feeling this way. Because last season with, Bachelorette with Tayshia, when I was just like actually in tears, like if Tayshia and Zach break up, I will be devastated. Now you all understand.
We do understand.
I fully understand. I thought you were nuts. I was like, this woman is out of her mind that she feels so strongly about a couple.
Yep.
I feel so strongly about Joe and Serena. I really do.
It's also nice to be surprised by the show to a degree because I watched the show for a little bit of chaos. Like I watch for drama and chaos. I think a lot of people view it through that lens. And then all of a sudden you get like an actual love story out of it. It's like, holy shit, I really like this show.
The last hour we knew these couples were all in love. And even, I will tell you, even when Kendall came down those steps to talk to Joe, it was like, at that point, it was like, this isn't gonna matter. What is she gonna say?
No.
Thankfully, it wasn't like, oh, don't do this. It was, I'm excited for you and Serena, and I just want you to be happy, and like this is just closing the chapter on us. And the maturity there on both their parts, it's great. I really don't think Kendall wanted to be in that position, but there's no way that production clearly sent her back to the hotel after she went home and waited for something like this to happen so they could bring her back.
Yeah, it was hard to watch. Like it was. She was clearly sad. I also, when she was delivering this big speech to him, it felt awkward. Like it felt like, do you really feel this way, or are you like have a gun to your head by the Bachelor producer?
Yeah,
That's kind of how it felt in that way. Right. What I thought was amazing is when Joe told Serena about that, the first thing Serena did was ask him how he was.
Yeah.
Are you okay? So selfless. So selfless.
The mutual respect that Serena and Joe have for each other. Like
unbelievable.
The fact that Serena could understand that Joe like had this ex-girlfriend, you know what I mean? And she's there, and it's like, and Serena's just like,
the maturity.
Are you okay?
Is out of this world.
Yeah. She's incredible. She's incredible.
Let me tell you, I would not have handled that as well.
Present day, I would not handle that well at all. I would be like, who the fuck let her back on this beach? Yeah. We have to get engaged a different time because it's ruined by Kendall, who was just standing in my spot. That would be me.
And even Joe going back to when Kendall came down, Kendall clearly like shaken by the moment. Joe goes, "You're okay. Like, let's just talk about it." Like. These people are great people.
He said to her, "I think you're a catch and you always will be." It was the nicest
I can't take this man. I can't take this man.
Is Joe the most perfect man alive?
He's perfect.
I think he's
the
just
way
perfect. Like,
he is with his
so
emotions
great.
is so perfect. Like
amazing.
he just is. He can handle it. But then also when he's proposing to Serena and she's like, "Are you okay?" And then he said that seeing Kendall made him realize how in love he is with Serena was unreal. And then he's also like kind of shy about his feelings, but he's like, I'm going to say it anyway.
He does always kind of, when he's articulating his emotions, he feels like he's letting you in on a secret.
Yes.
And that's like, and Serena's like, woo. Serena's like, oh my gosh, I feel like the only girl in the world.
Oh my God.
That was such a beautiful way to put that.
It really was. It really
Trent felt like he was the only girl in the world.
Trent's just articulating his own feelings right now.
I see it in Joe. I just see it. He's great. He's great.
He really is. Oh my God, he is so great.
That was great. Wow. I do think
I can't take it.
I think my favorite part too was afterwards, and Serena, like so cute, but so real. I know, like so real, was like, if you told me on day one I'd be engaged to grocery store Joe at the end of this, I would not have believed you.
Lucky girl and lucky guy. Serena is awesome. She's so cute.
I mean, what a catch. She's so cute. And for him to say, like, he said it so many times, but the way that she handled the Kendall scenario made Joe love her even more. And I would like, he tried to say that without being like, I know it sounds like kind of weird, but like the way you handled all of that made me so much more attracted to you and everything about you. So can't wait for these two. I mean, in the little wrap up we got at the end, it says they're happily engaged. Can't wait to be a grocer's wife. And all the other couples seem to be, hopefully, currently in a good place. So
they seem to be. They had Kenny. They can't give Kenny a break with the sexual stuff. Like Kenny's still eating Mari's tacos. Like we get it. Whatever.
Eating your other taco.
Let him literally let him be romantic for 5 minutes, and then they all seem to be doing well. Happy for them all.
Exactly.
Right.
Rhea,
questions?
I think it's time to answer some questions.
All right. Let's see. Ooh, this is a good one.
Okay.
How many seasons do we think Ed is going to be on Paradise?
Oh no.
A lot. I would say
he's got at least one
more.
And I want them to give him a chance.
Right.
I do too. Send him in a little earlier.
Send him in first round. Send him in first round. Let's
stop with the music, the clown music.
I'm not quite sure if I'm ready to say first round. But earlier than the second to last day.
First round or nothing for Ed. That's what I say.
Who do we think in the Bachelor universe, a follow-up question, would be good for Ed? Like, let's play matchmaker a little bit. Who would be good for him? It would have to be
Heather,
somebody.
because they're both being humiliated on this show.
Heather actually is a good one. Like that's beside.
I don't know. I really don't know. Another thing we do have to consider is, which when McKenna found this out, was like, he's 37. So
that's right. I keep forgetting that. So now he'll be Kenny, like part 2. He's gonna be 40. Claire, where are you at? Claire's single again. Hey.
Claire comes down those Paradise.
He was on her season.
That is way too much for me to process right now.
I know.
Can you imagine?
We gotta move on to the next one.
Oh, I would die if she did.
Next question.
Yeah.
This kind of piggybacks this one. Does Tia ever come back to Paradise?
I think she's done officially. You think she's done all the way?
I could see her coming back.
I think if she got offered to go back. No, but I think she has a boyfriend.
I think you're right.
I think currently she has a boyfriend.
Yes,
I do follow her on social media, and I know I've seen some chatter because everyone was like with the Blake stuff. It was like, oh, they seem so great, but then everyone was like, well, wait, I think this other dude is.
This is a new man.
Yeah,
this is totally.
All due respect to that couple, I think she'll be back.
Okay, fair, super fair.
I agree with you.
Super fair.
How long do we think Becca and Thomas are gonna last?
Oh. After this, one more week. I don't know.
Might already be over.
Yeah, like come on.
Fran,
Guys,
is this your news accantation?
No.
Yeah.
I'm not putting my 100% behind this, but I will be the one to say that they could sneaky stay together for a while.
Oh, it'd be wild.
Because let me tell you something. Becca and Garrett lasted a whole lot longer than I thought.
You're absolutely right.
So,
and he was like garbage.
And Becca just is. I love Becca. I just think she's that kind of girl that is going to give her all in a relationship and really try and make it work. So if this is what she's going to be doing, she's going to try and make it work with Thomas. So I feel like it might go longer than we might.
I think that's a good analysis of Becca's relationships.
Yeah.
All right, last question. Do we see any possible Bachelor and Bachelorette prospects on this season?
Oh.
I think Natasha.
Natasha.
I think Natasha's a good Bachelorette prospect.
Natasha, maybe. I thought if Noah
Bachelor,
and Abigail
straight
weren't
up, none
hanging
of these
out,
guys.
if Noah and Abigail weren't hanging out, I kind of in my head, based on how he was exiting, thought Noah maybe, just based on like the emotional questions they were asking him. Side note, I know that everybody keeps making jokes about like how Noah read Bennett's emotional intelligence book clearly. Did he? Because he's a totally different person. Like I was sitting in the same fucking spot being like, Noah's a piece of shit. Like I can't stand him. He sucks so bad. Now he's like a wonderful man. So it seems, you know what I mean?
Fair.
So I don't know.
I always kind of liked Noah. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, I
did.
So much
totally
of that
didn't
Noah
like him
Bennett
before.
stuff felt so manufactured to me that I just think that.
Yeah.
And Noah's I enjoyed him on the season. I thought he was funny.
Great.
He does seem like, he jokes around. And look, once I saw him at Gov Ball in red overalls and nothing else and these necklaces, smoking a cigar in the middle of the crowd, I was just like, okay.
That's how I'm
I
here
think
for
that
a
this-
good time.
Yeah.
That's the kind of guy he is.
Exactly. Like
I'm here for that.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. It's clearly that, he was horizontal almost the entire season.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Exactly.
it's a chill guy.
Right.
It's a
What
chill
about
guy.
Aaron?
No.
No way, right?
Come on.
Fingers crossed. I mean,
Don't
I'm
even
just
put that out
saying.
there. Don't
What?
put that out
I'm just saying. He got so.
way.
Do you think Aaron may have gotten the most airtime?
Aaron's gonna
this
find
entire
some
time?
cute girl in San Diego that, he's gonna laugh at all of his bro jokes and
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not going to be a bachelor.
I wouldn't be surprised if Aaron and James right now are like dating two best friends.
Probably.
Yeah, I can
Twins,
see that.
maybe.
Yeah, who live in
Sisters.
San-
Swedish twins.
Yeah. Swedish twins, sisters.
exactly.
And they could just go, bro, every morning when they come out of their room.
For sure.
They slap each other.
Yeah. All day long. For sure.
Okay, so this is our final stem cut, ladies and gentlemen. We're handing out some roses. We are cutting some stems. Yes, Rhea, you can go first.
Okay.
Oof. I don't even know mine.
I'm gonna give my rose to Joe.
Whoa.
I think we might be going on 3 or 4 weeks in a row of
Yeah.
Rhea giving her rose to Joe.
I had to finish it off.
Of course.
Yep, fair.
Of course.
I am going to give my rose to Joe, and I am going to cut Kendall's.
Oh boy, week 2, another week,
Big week, big week.
another week.
Deja vu.
Yeah,
week.
have we done this before? Trent, would you like to go next?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna cut the stem of it. I'm probably stealing
That
yours
felt mean.
too.
I want to redo that one.
Okay.
You can. Noah has
Why
a
does that
backspace
mean?
on that. He
Because
can
I
change
feel
it.
like you think that's I feel like she didn't do that on her own. I felt like
I agree.
the producers
All right,
made her
yeah,
do
that's.
I agree.
That's
I want to erase Kendall.
All right,
I
well,
really
I'll
think she
That was
tried to
for
be nice
comedic
about
timing,
it.
and I want to erase that one. I'm
Yeah.
gonna think about it. You go.
Oh, okay. I'm cutting the stem of Thomas. I know that was probably going to be
Yeah,
yours.
that's all right though.
What an all-time bad performance from him in terms of tears. So, whatever on Thomas. And then who am I going to give? Oh, I'm going to give my rose to Riley. I think he had a flawless
Great
Paradise
season.
season.
Yes,
Really good. I
Yeah.
mean, I liked Riley before. Didn't know that much about him, but now I feel like he's awesome. So he gets my rose.
I'm gonna cut the stem of Anna because I think she's just Hannah Brown's evil twin,
Okay.
named Anna.
All right.
Very fair,
you
very
go.
fair, very fair.
There you go.
My original stem cut, but like just so much hatred in my soul that it requires more than a stem cut is the Thomas crying. So I'm past that.
Okay.
I think instead I will cut the stem. Let me think. I just had it in my head and then I got rid of it. You know,
Who are you thinking?
I'm gonna go James. I don't think James needed to bro out so hard right in Anna's face. She's crying. She's sad. She clearly was there for a while. She even said he led me on. Did he really? You know, that's up for debate.
You know what he also said that I didn't like, and I wrote it down to remember. Hold on. He said.
A lot of notes.
Yeah, a lot. Okay.
I've never taken that many notes on anything.
Wait. Almost. Okay. He said, we owe it to ourselves not to adjust our standards.
Yes.
And I was like,
something about it.
Is that it? Like, are you telling Anna she doesn't meet your standards?
It was weird. I think with that, he probably meant something like we shouldn't just stay in this relationship because we're in this situation. But
I think it was like
weird.
we shouldn't settle, but the saying standards felt wrong.
I didn't like it. I don't really, James was fine, but whatever. And then my rose I'm going to give to Serena. You gave it to Joe. I'm going to give it to Serena. She deserves it. She's incredible, just exhibiting the kind of maturity that I could only dream of one day having. So rose to her.
Fair. Okay. For me, guys, it's tough. I think we've covered most of the couples, so I think I'm going to go with giving my rose to Wells as a farewell rose to please host every season of Bachelor in Paradise going forward. Please accept my rose to be the host of Bachelor in Paradise. I don't have that authority, but we should. He deserves to be the full-time host of this show.
Yes.
And Stem, this is kind of rude.
That's fine.
Perfect.
We love her.
But I felt like the girls for these engagements looked so beautiful. The dresses, the makeup, like they looked so beautiful. And the guys could have tried a little harder. Yeah. I just think they were in t-shirts and jeans and I think Riley looked nice. I think Riley looked the nice out of all of them.
Without question.
But you're getting engaged. Dress up a little bit.
The t-shirts threw me as well. Even our precious Joe wore a t-shirt. And I was like, t-shirt,
it was a
Joe?
black polo.
Was it a polo?
It was literally a black polo.
I hate it. I'm pissed.
Whatever.
It was not good.
We're not going to do this again.
To be honest,
we're going to do this again with the sandals on the beach.
He did say that he ran out of clothes. He said he ran out of clothes.
It was across the board though. It wasn't just him. Like Kenny, I just think that all the guys could have maybe stepped it up a little bit.
Yes.
If these couples do last, they're going to look back at this footage. I know Hannah and Dylan watch their engagement video all the time. It's you want to look back and be like, look how beautiful this moment was and how nice we look. Not ooh, I could have maybe put on a nicer shirt.
Yes.
Critical of me, but that's it. Because there was so much love. Everything else was so nice. The whole rest of the time.
It was slightly distracting. It took a little bit away from the love and the sincerity of the moment.
Yeah, it didn't take away anything for me. I just want that out there.
All around beautiful proposals.
Yes.
I can't wait to get close-ups of these rings. We really didn't get a good look at them.
Yeah.
But I'm excited.
Can I tell you guys a quick secret?
Yeah.
Something I almost just did with my stem cut?
Yeah.
I considered Neil Lane because they all look the fucking same.
They did look the same.
And they're all beautiful. Wow. They all look identical. I think only
I think he does.
Marissa's was a little different. It was like a triangle cut, or like a teardrop something. Very similar, Neil. You got to start.
I'm excited. Yeah,
it's a new age for rings.
Giving out the same.
It's a new age for rings.
It's a new age for rings.
What's that?
People aren't wanting just a regular ass, diamond with a halo anymore. They want something a little funky with a little bit of vintage feel, something like that. Neil, you gotta get with the times.
Boy, that is just a world I know nothing about.
Yep.
You know who really did that?
True.
And I think it was Neil. I'm pretty sure. Did he get a ring again after? Tanner and Jade.
Oh, Tanner and Jade.
Yes. Tanner picked out a very unique ring for Jade because that's just
right.
The vibes that she gives. So.
She's a unique kind of girl.
Yeah,
she's not a solitaire halo.
You're right. They all did kind of look sort of similar, but we'll see when we get. I'm sure we'll get the people spread of
I'm sure
all
we
the
will. I'm sure we will. And they'll probably all look the same, just like I think. But,
okay. All right, guys. That wraps it up for a fabulous season of Bachelor in Paradise. We want to thank you all so much for staying up late with us all these Tuesdays and chiming in and writing in the chat and supporting us. We really, really appreciate it. We will be back in 2 weeks for The Bachelorette. It is going to look different. We unfortunately will not be doing it in this setting because Paradise is over. So we'll be back for a new season of The Bachelorette in 2 weeks. And make sure you get your Owens Mixers, guys. Amazon.com/Owens Mixers.
Yes.
Thank you again so much for watching.
Mwah.
Goodbye.
Ooh.